Yeah, we just did this, but we're doing it again. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to another video where once again I am upgrading my personal computer. Now, at the time you watch this, it'll seem like we just did this, but that video was recorded well over a month ago. And as of right now, I've still not edited it. So, yeah, more time has passed than you think. The board that I got for my PC from Minisforum with the 13900HS or HX, whichever, was never intended to go in a gaming computer. Well, it was. I had a more long-term use case for it in a sort of server environment. That's the real reason why it has 96 gigs of memory. I did kind of quip that we were doing that for the sake of causing less game crashes, but at that point, we already theorized that the problem was probably the boot drive adding more memory. That was a little bit of a bit, okay? This, though, the reason I put that board in the gaming computer was to buy time for this Minisforum board to be delivered. This is pretty much the same thing, except instead of an Intel processor, this has the AMD... Let me see if I can get this right. This is the 7945HX. Or HX. Why can I never remember? It's one of those two. It'll be on the screen. This is a 16-core, 32-thread, same as the Intel. The Intel was a 24-core 32-thread. It achieved that using 8 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores. And of course, the performance cores have dual threads, so 24 to 32. This has 16 just regular cores. No performance or efficiency. They're all performance, I guess. It is a mobile processor. Allegedly, they're working on an X3D variant that'll come with a 7945HX3D, I believe would be the name of that CPU. And yeah, I would love to have that, but I ordered this pretty much as soon as it became available. It took them a really long time to ship it. I'm excited to try this one. It's got some things that make it maybe not quite as good depending on your use case compared to the Intel model. First off, it only has 2 NVMe slots underneath the active cooler. There are none on the back. But one advantage that it has is that both of those, as well as the full-size 16 slot down here, are all Gen 5. So I went to the AMD website and I read about the CPU, and apparently it has 28 PCIe lanes. And yeah, if you do the math, 16 and then 4 and 4, that brings us up to 24. And then the other 4 would be, I guess, to connect the CPU to the chipset. Now, the chipset and the CPU are all on the same die, right? This is an SoC, so they're all on the same chip together, but they are still separate components, I believe, which explains where the other 4 went. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish that instead of doing 2x5s, they had just given us 4x4s. I don't have a x4 drive. They're pretty expensive right now. I'm just going to take the drives that I installed in the gaming PC the last time we did this, move them over. Same as the Intel, though. This supports 2 SODIMM slots, DDR5 at 5200 megatransfers per second. I think I said this wrong multiple times last time. I think I said last time that I bought 5400. In fact, the memory that I bought, same this time, is 5600 megatransfers per second because it is cheaper than the memory that is 5200 megatransfers per second. I don't know why. As we already know from previous experience, you can just put the faster memory in the board and it'll run it at 5200 megatransfers per second, so why spend more? Also, it should be noticed that... Why are you here? I was playing PlayStation, alright? Leave me alone. It should be noted to everyone at home that I'm doing a much more reasonable 32 gigs of memory this time. Alright? I'm not going ham. Again, the 96 server environment, it's a whole thing. You might have also noticed that there's a... Well, actually, maybe not. It's very dark compared to the background. But this is a new Noctua fan. I've got the box here. It is the NF-A12 by 25 PWM. This is their sort of newest fan. I'm just realizing all the sort of bizarre things that are up here. My water bottle, a Switch controller, some random screws, flea and tick treatment. fleas are bad this year. All right, I'm at war with them. I want it known. This bottle's almost empty, and I'm winning. Okay? I'm winning the war. The numbers have been greatly reduced. They're left nothing but stragglers now. I like this fan. This is the Noctua's latest fan technology. It's an expensive fan, but we're going to be putting this on this board in place of the sort of massive fan that's just kind of free-floating in the case right now from the end of the previous video. I don't know if you can tell, but this actually has, and it's not going to focus on it because it's focused on my face right now. This has, though, a little rubber thing that goes all the way around the outside, which is perfect for this application, because when you set it on there, remember, it fits into those slots, and it makes full contact all the way around, and this should help reduce any sort of vibrations. So I appreciate that. That's a nice touch. That came with the fan. You don't have to use it. It also has just like the little regular rubber nubs that you can get on the backside here. But I'm using this because I think that's a really nice touch. The final thing to announce is that I finally got my hands on a 4K 120 hertz display. It goes up to 144. This is the Gigabyte Aorus. You can't see it. I'm staring at it. FV43U, possibly. Name will be on the screen. It's not the nicest panel in the world. It's a VA panel. It has some problems, but it does run 4K, 144 hertz. I don't have a capture card for 4K 120, and even if I did, I game on an AMD system. I have the 7900 XTX, which is going to be what is paired with this new processor and board here. Because of that, and I'm on Linux, the HDMI forum will not allow AMD to publish open source drivers for HDMI 2.1 on Linux. It's fine on Windows because the drivers are closed there, but they can't provide open source Linux drivers for HDMI 2.1, so I cannot get 4K 120 or 140 hertz out of my GPU on Linux because the HDMI forum is run by a bunch of elderly men with backwards ideas. It's very unfortunate. I have to use DisplayPort, which is fine, but they don't make capture cards with DisplayPort. So my only option is either capture locally on the system or use something like OBS Teleport or OBS's NDI implementation to stream the footage to my capture PC. Else capture it natively, like I said before. So I will be doing that. I'll be using OBS, probably NDI, to copy the footage to my capture PC. I don't like to record locally because I like being able to, in the event that something happens to the capture PC, or sorry, to the gaming PC, if it crashes or a game crashes, whatever happens, if the computer shuts down entirely, it's still capturing me and my audio, and I can comment on it. Whereas if I'm capturing on the gaming computer and then the gaming computer crashes, that's just done. This just cuts off immediately. Normally we could get into the BIOS and record that as well, but again, if I don't have a capture card to support 140 hertz, I can't do that. Now, I found a cable. I can't remember who made it. It might have... I don't want to say. Anyway, it's on Amazon. It's a DisplayPort to HDMI adapter. It says that it will support 4K, 120 hertz, 140 hertz even, 144, with variable refresh rate. No other cable I found says that it can do that, but this one does. So I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to do a video in the future testing whether or not, if you have an AMD GPU and a screen with an HDMI port, HDMI 2.1, can you actually use this cable to, from the DisplayPort to the screen, get 120, 144 hertz, 4K, no sort of funky color things like full RGB with variable refresh rate? Like, can we basically bypass that limitation imposed on us AMD Linux users by the HDMI forum? Can we kind of get past that? If so, that would open up the door in the future to getting a proper 4K 120 hertz capture card. There are not many that'll capture at 120 hertz. In fact, I don't know if any do, but they do allow pass-through, which is what I would like. I don't have any intention to record at 120 or 144 frames, just 60, but I'd like to play at the higher resolutions because, as I can already attest, having used this monitor, as well as the one on the floor back there, that's my 1440p 165 hertz monitor, that extra refresh rate helps. Like, I'm not good at video games, but I don't struggle as much to aim and hold my aim at a higher refresh rate. Now, it doesn't make you a better gamer. I still make horrible, inept decisions in the heat of battle that cost me my life and my team's victory. But at least when I start shooting at someone, I can actually, you know, hold the crosshair on them. So that's good. I've spoken too much now. I'm going to install the memory, going to install the SSDs, slap that fan on here, get it all back into the system. And today we're going to test this thing out. We're going to see what the thermals are like. I don't really have a whole lot of tools for doing actual benchmarks, but we're going to hop into a game and just kind of see how an AMD 16-core mobile processor, because that's what this is, paired with a 7900 XTX, performs at 4K over 120 hertz gaming. We're just going to see how it goes. So join me on that adventure, friends. Onward! Shockingly, folks, as it happens, replacing a motherboard in a small form factor case is kind of a pain in the neck, but I got there in the end, and I think it's all hooked up correctly as far as I can tell. But we got the Intel board out. I did want to note that the little bitty bits here for the NVMe drives, the M.2 drives, has been slightly redesigned. It no longer has the handle, it just has a wider head. And I actually pulled the entire assembly out on the new board. So, I don't know if that's better or not. It's just different and arguably worse if it's going to fall apart as soon as you remove it. But I got the board swapped. I've got plans for this one in the future. It might actually find its way into a different gaming machine temporarily. It's kind of become the jack-of-all-trades board, you know? It keeps finding itself in places I didn't intend for it to be. But it's good and I like it, so I'm not even mad. Now, as you can see from this screen, we are currently stress testing the system. We are using just GTK stress testing. It's pretty simple, but as you can see, all 32 cores are being absolutely hammered right now, which we love to see. They're all being pushed to 100% utilization, and the clocks have dropped to 4.3 gigahertz, and the temperature has reached 92 degrees Celsius, which is about the same as the Intel one under load with the different testing we did. Adding the bigger fan didn't really help CPU temperatures. My goal was to keep the RAM cooler with that, but I don't think it made much of a difference. So going with that smaller fan, I could probably get better performance if I went into the BIOS and adjusted the fan curve and let it blow a little bit more forcefully. Right now, I can't hear it. So it's sitting maybe 3 or 4 feet from me right now, the little PC, so it might be louder up close, but I can't hear it right now. I might change it later, just see if we can push the performance a little bit more, but for now, we'll hit stop, and we'll see how rapidly those temperatures come down over here, as we see over here, the impact to the CPU plummet. CPU temperatures are dropping now to the 70s, so we can close both of these. Network usage is high right now because I am using NDI to capture the gaming PC for reasons previously explained. If we have a look at our settings, you can see 4K, 144 hertz. I've got adaptive sync set to auto. If the game supports it, it should just kind of work. And I did decide to go ahead and run KDiskMark again on that boot drive to see if maybe it would have better write performance. I can't remember what our results were last time. I'm pretty sure they were in line with this, though. I didn't expect putting an NVMe 4x4 into a 5x4 slot to suddenly improve performance. That's not how that works. But I did think maybe it's possible that there was some sort of interference on that board. Maybe the traces weren't run in the most ideal way, and something else on the board was causing us to have weird write issues. But it just seems to be the right performance you get. But I mean, I'm perfectly happy with this. That's plenty fast for our purposes. Now, obviously, this is not going to be an apples-to-apples comparison. Like I said, I don't really have any benchmarks. I'm going to fire up Halo Infinite here, as one does. This isn't going to be like a perfect one-to-one comparison with the last video with the Intel CPU. It can't be a fair comparison, right? We've got less memory. Not that that's going to make an impact, because we never used anywhere near 32, let alone 96 gigabytes of memory. But it's also running a completely different sort of setup here, right? Like, we are targeting a higher frame rate. I'm more so interested, not necessarily how this board with the 7945HS or X, I will never know. I'm not really interested how it compares to the Intel. I'm more so just interested, how does this mobile processor perform 4K 120 hertz. So I do have Mango HUD set up in a little bit more of a natural way instead of spanned across the top of the screen. I could not figure out how to change the order of things using the Goverlay menu. So we've got GPU, then CPU, then VRAM, then regular RAM. It's weird. Don't mind the system time. At least I'm getting this done before midnight this time, right? Like, this is a reasonable time to be hopping into Husky Raid. I guess we should go ahead and have a look at our settings. I'm actually going to change the maximum frame rate. Can I not set it to 120? Why? I wanted to set it to 120 to be our target. I don't know why it won't let me. Is it because VSync's on? Do I need to turn off VSync? Can I set up a custom now? Thank you. There we go. Does VSync need to be turned on for variable refresh rate to work? Or would it be the opposite? I actually have no idea. I want it limited to 120 though, and if we can hold 120, that'll be a clean, we can clean, evenly have that for the capture, which would be nice. Also, I forgot we're also running OBS. We weren't running OBS before. Now, most of that's going to be loaded onto the GPUs and coders, so CPU won't really have much of an effect, but it takes some system resources to run the program and perform the NDI operation to get the system, or to get the video over the network. So I'm not going to pretend like it's going to have zero impact, but it'll be negligible. Graphics are set to high because I'm trying to give us the best possible shot at hitting and holding 120. We could test Ultra, but let's just see how that does. I've turned Ray Tracing Sun Shadows off just because it's an AMD card, let's be honest. Blur down here is a little bit different than like motion blur. This is sensory blur. We're going to leave that on. I've turned off speed lines because the number of times I thought that was someone shooting at me is it's very disorienting. All right, so we're going to leave all of that as it is. Stop it. I don't want to click stop. Can I select something off? You know what? Never, just go back. Husky raids tend to be smaller maps, so I understand that it's not necessarily a fair representation, but I feel like if we're gonna get that 4K 120 experience, it's gonna be on a smaller map. Whoa, okay then. I love watching everyone just pop into existence. I think that's probably more so a Halo Infinite thing and not a CPU thing. But we'll see how it performs. Obviously, nothing is happening on the screen, but with, like, I mean, CPU utilization is wild. I'm watching it jump from, like, 9 to 20. I don't remember it doing that with the Intel model. But, I gotta tell you right now, oh, it is smooth. Oh boy, is it smooth. The issue now is that I've got to try to play the game, while also... What? Already? By whom? Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. I'm so disoriented right now, I had no idea someone got past us. I'm trying to, like, keep an eye on the frame rate now, while also playing the game. And those two things I feel like are mutually exclusive. You can't do both, right? Like, you cannot serve money and God, or whatever the saying is. Else you love one and hate the other with the two masters. You know the verse I'm talking about right now. Is that relevant to what's happening? No. The issue is the time when, like, the most things are happening and I would expect the frame rate to drop are the times when I most need to be watching the screen. So... that's where they are, buddy. Keep an eye on them. Don't let them get you. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Dang it. I'll tell you what, I can't actually tell what it's dropping to. I'm sure it's like dropping below 120, but it feels and it looks so smooth. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the aim. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I might still make bad decisions, but look how much better my aim is now. He's down there. He's down there. Stop that! Stop that! I'm reloading! It's unfair! Maybe I can, like, zoom behind them and just, like, sneak back here and grab the flag without anyone noticing. Obviously, that didn't work. But I tried. Okay, I mean, we traded. We traded. That's fair. Gotcha, pal. Gotcha! Oh, where are you going, pal? Actually, no, but where are you going? Can you go somewhere out there? I've never tried it. I guess I just didn't realize. Son of a gun. I think he just snuck around. Well, I was looking down sights. Ah! No, what an awful situation to spawn into! What was I meant to do there? Probably not lose my cool, is my guess. Would have been the ideal thing to do. No! They captured the flag! It's hell! It's all hell here! I don't want to be here anymore! All that, and there's no hammers on the ground. Oh. Okay. No, hold on. I can make this work. Redemption! My moment of redemption! I did get him. I forgot what we're doing here. I completely forgot about what we were trying to accomplish. Not that we're trying to capture the flag. I remembered that. I forgot that we're trying to, like, keep an eye on performance. I've got it, thank you. That's what he wanted, right? That's why he tossed it at me? I guess he recognized I was the worst of the players on our team and was like, you do this, I'll cover you. I trust you more than me. I trust you to do this more than I do trust you to, like, watch my back. That's fair, and you know what? Watch. This is a terrible idea. Oh, I had a good plan. It was a good idea. It was poor execution. I just wanted to prove him wrong. I wanted to make him proud. Oh, that's 3 of my teammates dead in front of me. That's me guarding the flag alone. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 I've seen you do this trick before. Someone get him. Someone get him, please. I guess it's up to me now. There we go. How was that an assist? I killed him. How was that an assist? I stabbed him. I did all the shooting and then I stabbed him. How is that an assist? Why go after me? There's a guy behind you. Why go after me specifically? Because I shot you? It's my job. Oh no! This game's getting worse all the time. No, he's in here. I know he's in here. I know that he's in here. Give me that. That's mine. My turn. Let's go. Get out of here, you. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, now wherever he goes, we'll know where his mates are, because he's got the gosh darn tracker attached to him. Oh, a maneuver! I did a maneuver! This is a very well-matched game between teams, not between me and them. They're all better than me, but like our teams. We're trading blows very well. It's 1-to-1. We're each having sort of the same issues, grabbing one another's flags. Stay away from me with that. Stay away from me with that, please. Thank you. What the? Ah! They're behind! They're behind! They came from behind! What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do against such reckless hate? That was right place, right time. That was not skill on my part. Let's not pretend. Drop that, drop that, drop that. Double kill. Okay. Situation is under control. Alright, now we just gotta get their flag. I think we might be doing it right now. Son of a gun, I think we might be doing it right now. I'm here. I'm covering the rear. Covering the escape. Doing God's work back here. They don't know I'm here yet. Part of how I'm still alive. I should be dead right now. By all rights, I cannot believe that that worked. Okay. That was mostly a team effort. I played very little role in it. I was very minimal. I got a lot of assists. I was trying to go in and grab it for a third time. With 24 seconds left, are you kidding me? I would have been the hero if I'd managed to get back with it. I gotta say, it's very rare I see these games go into overtime. Like, that does not happen often. Darn it! I knew he was in there! Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not giving up. I never give up till it's over. But I do think that it's very unlikely any of us are gonna catch up to him. I was given the opportunity. They put me in here with the sniper rifle, and what did I do? I got one shot in and missed every single one after that. It was a good round, though. That was a good, solid round. I paid no attention at all. Somehow you can actually have it track performance over the course of a round. Get your, like, you know, average FPS and all that. I don't know how. I just know you could do it. This monitor actually has a frame counter as well. It can update in real time what your FPS is. I don't have it turned on right now. I'm just using Goverlight, but that could be kind of cool. If I wanted to have that on the screen and not have it captured in footage, right? Like just a little cheeky thing for my own benefit and not for folks watching. I could do that. Be kind of cool. This is actually my least favorite map for Husky Raid. I don't like it. It bothers me. I don't know why. I think it's just a big, wide-open circle. I find it difficult to traverse. That's probably just me being a weirdo, though. I can already tell, like, I think maybe the water, yeah, we're down to, like, 90 FPS. It's struggling right now. I should probably focus on the game. Yep, see you later, pal. Alright, we're all, like, here.
We're all, like, pressed up on it. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna capitalize on Mr. Hammerman's activity and try to get the flag back. You know, try to not let his efforts be in vain, as it were. Oh my gosh, have we done it? Oh, you're kidding me! Right there! Someone had better pick that gosh darn flag up. Someone had better pick that gosh darn flag up. It is literally right here. Why is no one picking it up? Someone pick that flag up. Good gosh, they've gotten ours all the way back now. Are you kidding me? What was the rest of my team doing there? Can that, if that hits that guy, I mean, I sacrificed myself there, and that's okay. I'm so upset. I am beside myself with rage. Alright, let's go. Alright, this is not the best gun for this. Let's go. I see you, Mr. Hammerman. I see where you're going. Alright, come on. Let's go, Mr. Hammerman. Where are you? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Darn it! Gosh darn it! Probably should have switched weapons. That's what I mean. You might get better aim, but you're not gonna get a better brain, right? Like, if you're not good at the game, that's not gonna change. I've been given 2 close-range weapons. If I can just get in close to them... Son of a gun. Son of a... Whoa, big boy. Let's not do that. I'll take that. Yeah, it was really whoever got that hit off first was gonna get the kill. Okay, we're doing good so far. Oh, they're both dead! Is my team in there to get the flag? Doesn't look like it. Yes! Someone dropped that gosh dang flag into that gosh... Did we cap it? We capped it. Good. My efforts were not in vain. Oh, buckaroo! Thank you for that! I don't know why I'm so shouty. I'm very shouty right now. Nah, don't mind me. I'll just be getting on with this. Just be carrying this little bad boy right down to here. This round's going much better, I gotta say. We're doing good so far, but there's always a possibility that things could go downhill in a hurry if we're not careful. So here's what I'm gonna do. Boom! Clear them out. Yeah, I got 1 of 4. That could have been sick. If someone with skill had done that, it would have been legendary. I gotta stop being so harsh on myself. I'm not the worst player. Literally, I'm not the worst player. I'm second best on my team. Ooh, really? We don't need to capture the flag a 3rd time? We can just, like, hold them off for 7 minutes and we'll be fine? Jeez, they are unleashing an all-out assault here. They are actually trying their gosh darned hardest. I have a lot of respect for what they're doing right now. They've really pushed us in there and they're holding us in, but now that that guy's out, I think that's kind of out the window. Once you get kind of one guy outside of a situation like that, like, those sorts of pushes become much harder. I say that, but now we're all back in here again, doing this again. I think the rest of my team has actually just decided to wait. Oh, well, I mean, I was gonna die anyway, I guess. My problem right now is that I can't really rest, see what I mean? I was gonna say anything can happen over the course of, 6 minutes, and anything just started happening. Oh, we got it again. Sounds like it's on its way back. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Do we have it? Oh, shoot. Get away from it. Get away from it! No! No! Now I'm the idiot who failed to get the flag after someone else almost got it all the way back. Have that. That's not what I meant to do. I was actually trying to pick up something else. Now I'm dead. Should probably been paying more attention. Timing. Right place, right time. That, though, skill. All of that was skill. That was skill as well. I don't understand what killed me just then. I guess a grenade. That's unfortunate! I was running in, I saw our guy go in with a hammer, I was like, now is our opportunity. I'll storm in right beside him. Thank you, I think I hit him spot on. Okay. I see man approaching with hammer. I see man approaching with sword! I shot him 3 times with the sniper rifle! How did that not kill him? Though they all landed too! I listened to them hit! They had that satisfying thunk that tells you you've done well. So far, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. All we gotta do is wait them out. They've suddenly started playing a lot better than they did at the start. Literally the worst possible weapon, and yet somehow. Jeez, I'm getting a lot of kill assists, but not a lot of kills. See what I mean? Oh, that was a kill. That was a kill. I'm going in. Screw it. I got it. Someone cover me! Someone cover me! I'm going like a madman! Oh no, I didn't mean to do that! Oh, no, 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 no! Cover, 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 cover! I think we're about to win! I think we're about to win unless someone gets a crazy, like, sniper shot. Oh. Man. I forgot we're supposed to be testing the performance. It's good. Oh, what were my stats there? I think I died, like, way too many times. 27 kills, 21 deaths, though. 3 steals and 2 captures. Now, I'm having a look at power consumption on the system. I have an app. I have a smart plug that hooks into Home Assistant that allows me to track it. I'm trying to see whether or not you can, like, zoom in here. The interface, like, you can go to history. So far, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'll overlay it. I think what I did last time was I actually screen recorded the graph in real time, and I didn't think to do that this time. But from what I'm looking at here, the peak of usage was 493 watts, and that's for the entire system. You can view what the CPU is consuming on, or sorry, the GPU is consuming on screen. CPU doesn't work. I don't know why. It didn't work with the Intel chip either. The entire system, though, drawing just under 500 watts. I believe that's a bit more than the Intel system from what I remember. I might be wrong, but we have a pretty decent performance here coming from a AMD mobile processor. I'm impressed. 4K, 120 Hz. I bet if I tuned the settings a little bit more, I could get that locked in steady. I'll have to play some more games to see how I like it, but I'm pretty pleased with this. I wouldn't even call it an upgrade, sort of a side grade. I like the idea that I could someday upgrade to a Gen 5 boot drive if I wanted to. I almost did. For about 150 bucks, you can get a decent 1 terabyte Gen 5 drive, but then at the same time, you could get like a 4 terabyte drive for not much more than that if you go with Gen 4. So, but, and 2 terabyte drives for less than that, depending, if you go for Gen 4, so, but I thought about getting a terabyte boot drive, swapping it out. Maybe someday in the future, if you want to see it, consider becoming a channel member, help fund it. Big shout out to Omega Alpha 83, who is a channel member here, which kind of blew my mind, because most of my channel members are over on the Howdy Folks LP channel, and when I checked Howdy Folks Gaming and saw that I had one, I was like, I gotta make stuff for this guy. I keep making exclusive things or releasing videos early, and I just, in the community tab, I'm like, Omega Alpha, my one and only channel member on this channel, this is for you. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this. That goes out to all of you. Thank you all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.